fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now a play fake here on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Carter. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. And even 20 yards and a first down on the game's very first play. Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10. The rookie from BYU, here's Jamal Williams. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Hey. Now let's go.
Here's Webb. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. And defensively, these corners struggled last week. They're struggling again here early on the opening drive.
And you know that was not unnoticed on tape. So when they saw their struggle last week, guaranteed they went right into the game plan, attack them early, see if they're going to play any better, and if not, you keep the pressure on them until things change.
He was looking for John Ross that time. And it'll bring up 3rd down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. On 3rd down, Webb. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. And this is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And he'll send Williams in motion right. First carry now for the rookie, Dalvin Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin Cook play in college. I was watching him on TV, called a scouting friend of mine and said, "Who is this guy? He's special." And he said, "Dude, you're watching a home run hitter on the field."
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. Left Florida State their all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns. They run again on first down. Cook, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They go play action here on first down. Got him in, complete. This is Richard Rodgers. And he's brought down. Fresh set of downs here. Now it's a bootleg with Winston. Flushed out right. And some room to work. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Jameis to throw it. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Kendall Beckwith in there to drop him, and that will go into the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Now Jameis on second down. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Monte Nicholson, the rookie out of Michigan State. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
Webb now. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down.
Let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90! Watch it now! Back there in Philly! Here we go! Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now! Bleed 19! Bleed!
Throwing again. Webb. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Now Webb. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Cook following the penalty. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. A well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Here's Winston. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
The tight end changing his position. They begin the drive with Williams. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Here we go now. Blue, line it. Leopard. Watch it now, Barney.
Off the bootleg. Webb. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 58 yards. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Set. B-19. B-19.
To throw, Webb. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Detroit. Here we go now. Green 39.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Vikings. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Williams, the man in motion left. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
On 3rd and 1, here's Winston. And that is incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Here's Marquette King now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a 1st down throw. Webb. Going deep downfield for Ross. It's caught inside the 25. A huge play there for Chicago. 57 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Again, it's Williams. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. And it is now 21-0. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Second down, Winston. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Winston. Unable to find Curley. And he's eventually brought down, but not before he reaches the 39, just shy of the 40. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Working out of the gun, Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. The number 1 overall pick, Myles Garrett. And it'll be a 2nd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The Vikings on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. From the gun, Winston. He completes it to Bryant. Martavis Bryant. Touchdown, Vikings. Martavis Bryant, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. 1:59 to go in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. to throw again. Webb got his man complete over the middle. It's Hodges. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
They run it again with Williams. There he goes left side. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bears will extend their lead. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Vikings now heading onto the field.
I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Jameis now on first down. Over the middle, Rodgers has it. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. First down, Winston.
I don't know whether I want to be a fly on the wall or not when they hear the explanation of how he, one of the bigger targets on the field, the tight end can be that wide open and uncovered downfield. Who blew that assignment?
Somebody did.
No doubt about it. There's no way you're not going to account for him.
Winston now to throw on first down. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
Eluding the pressure right. Bryant with a catch right side. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. And now the offense operates in the red zone. From the red zone now, Winston. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Jeremy Curley, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
Off the bootleg. Webb. He'll buy some time right. Completes it to the rookie from North Carolina, Ryan Switzer. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
A final shot before break. Webb. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And on the return, here comes Adam Jones. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. A gain of 3, second down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Throwing, Winston. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4. And they're going to face a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Vikings on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. And a great spot to start this drive from here. On the toss, here's Williams. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, add that play to his resume reel because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Gone. Let's go.
And the D looking like they may blitz. Webb. And that is incomplete.
The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
So they're behind the chains as the offense. 12 yards needed on third down.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Williams. And he'll take this one down near the 15. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. 49.
Webb to throw. Open man has got it. It's complete. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Second down, goal to go from the 6. Williams will try again. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Ball on the 3, 3rd down and goal. Williams. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
There is no doubt that Geno Atkins is really strong and stout at the point of attack, but I love his suddenness, the ability to make plays, to be in one spot, and then he's gone and into the offensive backfield. He's a heck of a player.
And they're a big TFL, tackle for loss.
Hard to believe that his father, Gene Atkins, was an NFL defensive back. He's bred this big defensive tackle.
The play clock's running down.
And they're not going to get the kick off in time. So that'll back them up 5. Now McManus will line up for the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And McManus able to put it through, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So put another 3 on the board, and all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the third quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
This is taken at the 3. And he's got room. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic. But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Try to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And on 2nd and 10 now. Play action now. Winston. He gets it to Sims. Complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Back now at Soldier Field. The Vikings on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Open man, the tight end Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the 1st. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
So right now what I'm seeing an offense just firing off the ball a lot quicker than they can react. And not only that, they're sustaining the blocks too. I'm seeing guys get 6-7 yards downfield before there's even a hint of contact.
They come out here in the eye. Now Winston. The quick slant caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Tyrell Williams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. And he's able to put it through. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Returning it, John Ross. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one short.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe bashed it.
that. Super toe.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Watching now, Barney. Good. Detroit.
Following the penalty, it's Williams. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
Second down following the run. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. To throw on second down, here's Webb. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Cameron Jordan, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. What will Webb try to do here after the sack as he brings his guys up 3rd and long?
Now let's go.
The busy night continues for Williams. And down he'll go at the 25. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Here's Drew Kaiser now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. Good move at the 30. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And it'll be Viking football here as they take possession. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Escaping the pressure right. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 23 yards on the play. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. Going deep here for Bryant. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Martavis Bryant with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. And the lead is down to a field goal now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you'd think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Off the bootleg. Webb flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 66 yards. Well, I'm sure he likes this performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the 4th quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week. but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see. And other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
Trying to ram his way in, but they're going to hold him back at the goal line. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. 2nd and goal to go now. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Time running out here on the play clock. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. No gain on the play. And what to do now on 4th and goal.
Now this feels like old school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And McManus able to put it through. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
And now out comes Minnesota. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. Winston now. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, after those plays, the offense coordinator has to feel like he has balance in his favor. Threw it, then ran it, both for nice chunks of yardage. Now he feels like he's got things going in his direction, but the defensive coordinator, his guys are off balance a little bit. How does he set up, and what does he plan for in the next play? Is there a tendency there he can lock in on and maybe set his defensive call?
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
He's back to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. A toss to Cook. And some room to roam now. And he'll be out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, last year, I'm not sure we saw very many of those runs, did we, from the Vikings? I mean, they had the poorest rushing attack in the league.
Just 75 yards per game, but carries like the one we just saw, that'll help bolster that average.
Yeah, certainly, and they tried to beef up the offensive line in the offseason, brought in Latavius Murray, and then drafted Dalvin Cook out of Florida State.
First and goal, defense with their backs against the wall. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Back to throw. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation. Take a knee and go on into the locker room and celebrate.
Call it a victory. The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Bears, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from Soldier Field.